I came to Boise State. I am a product of Title IX, and I came on a women's basketball scholarship. And I think Boise chose me as much as I chose it. I was planning to go to school someplace in California, which is where I'm from, and I came for a visit and fell in love with the foothills and with the mountains, with the campus, and more than that, with the people. Boise people are good people. Well, so first of all, I played 2 of my 4 years. Into my 3rd year, I went to work in the administration building as a student assistant to the Dean of Student Special Services. And this wonderful woman, Margie Van Voren, she was the assistant dean at the time. I told her, I said, hey, here's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, and I want the opportunity to do more academic work, to do some internships and different things. And so, I had to give up one in order to do the other. And she says, I've got something for you. And so she gave me this title, Student Assistant to the Dean of Student Special Services. And so the interesting thing about that was that role helped build up the programs for minority students, for returning women, for what we call non-traditional women, people with disabilities, tutoring programs and different things like that. So the underserved or marginalized communities. And so a lot of what I did then as a student assistant ultimately is what I'm doing on a bigger scale for a Fortune 500 company, doing business in 170 countries across the globe. And so it just prepared me for my career and what I'm doing today. And it's just ironic. So there's 3 things that I often talk about is, 1, first finding your purpose, and then attacking that purpose very passionately, and also being able to build the skills to persevere, because things will happen, life will knock you on your butt at some point. You'll have loss of a family member, a parent, a pet. You'll not get the grade that you want. And so I just see this influx of the younger folks, millennials, and high anxiety and the stress, and we see the suicide rates kind of going up. And so it's you got to be prepared and bring in those tools that help you survive and thrive too. So purpose, passion, and perseverance are those 3 things that I say, students, put yourself in a position. It's okay to fail fast, figure it out, regroup, get up, and go. And there's no better time to do that than when you're young, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think first and foremost, people have to understand, and you almost have to sign up for understanding that inclusive excellence and diversity is as much about a values issue around humanity as it is a business imperative, right? It's about companies care about shareholder value. Shareholder value comes through great innovation, creativity, new ideas. You've got to push yourself around growth mindset thinking and get out of the box, right? We have to get more comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's with the new ideas. I too am a lifelong learner, and so I'm always trying to sit down with somebody and understand, well, kind of not only where did you come from, what your perspective is, but what did you learn along the way? And so how difficult is that, And ultimately, we're all better people as a result of it. The world's changing, and we've got to keep in step with it. In fact, we've got to be in front of it. And Boise has, so much richness to it. And yes, it's the fastest growing city, and it's the most desirable place to live on, Fortune and Forbes and, and all this. And that's really great. But sometimes that makes people a little bit fearful. But the reality is as you keep learning and growing, learn about new cultures and differences and all that kind of stuff, then you're going to be more open and welcoming. and you're gonna keep that little secret sauce that Boise has. Oh gosh, I have gone from talking about the economic value of diversity and inclusive excellence to literally just talking about being kind to one another, and women in particular, being kind to ourselves. We're hard on ourselves. We don't accept jobs if we're not perfect for it. We don't feel like we're perfect for it. And meanwhile, guys are just taking the jobs, we're kind of sitting in the background. Be kind to yourself and know that you're good enough, and you're ready. And say yes, and then figure out how to make it work.